We really need to talk about Bridgerton and what is going on with the announcement of the fifth season because there's been so much backlash that I was astonished about what was going on. And honestly, I wanted to talk about this Bridgerton situation 1 week ago, but I was waiting for the actresses or the production or everyone involved, let's say, to make a statement to see if they had the willing power to address what was going on because I always followed both Bridgerton and the actresses and the actors involved. And something that, first things first, hi, hello. My name is Noemi. I'm an Italian artist and I am the owner of my small business, Five Pink Kumo. But on this channel, besides all the artsy stuff, we also talk about topics that I believe are important to be talked about. So today we're going to talk about this here. But first, I'm going to do a brief interaction. If you don't mind, either way, I will do that. So I always followed the actor and the actresses really close on Instagram, mostly on Instagram, yeah. Like Nicola, she's always been upfront with everything. She has been a huge uh, icon for bigger women on screen. She's an advocate for many, many things such as LGBTQ plus rights, human rights, honestly. Um, Also, Jonathan Bailey is always been really upfront. Um, so I always follow them really, really closely. And I know that a little reminder, I know that this is fiction. I know that everything, but I believe that I said it in another video. I don't remember where. But if you follow an actor, a YouTuber, content creator, wherever, you are giving this person attention, but also you are kind of supporting what they do, but mostly what they don't do. So I believe it's really important to support people that are outspoken. They don't mind saying things that are important. And in this case, I was really, really, really amazed with the response because on the 24th of March, Netflix shared, if you don't know, maybe you didn't follow. I personally watched until the second season of Bridgerton. And at a certain point, I was like, I want to wait for the season to be done and then do like a binge watching of everything. I really was waiting for the Colleen Penelope season, but I didn't watch it yet. And also, I'm waiting for the Eloise season, which many, many people thought that the fifth season was going to be about Eloise. But if you don't know, the fourth season wrap it up uh, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't remember. Maybe January, February was online, the first part and then the second part. So the fourth season has just finished, and then uh, they usually do an announcement with the photo shooting with the um, main character of the next season. Last season was Benedict, the one before was Anthony. This one, sorry, the one before was Penelope, the one before was Anthony. So this one, it's about Francesca. Also, if you don't know, I'm going to put this on so you can get in the mood of if you are not chronically online. Well, if you don't know, Bridgerton is based on a bunch of books, bunch of books. It's a series of book, which has as a main character each book There's one of the children, the son and daughter from Violet, which is the mom of everyone, such as Francesca here. And so all these series are based lightly, let me say. I didn't read the books, but I read many reviews on each season. And honestly, from season 2, the books were going in a pretty different way. So each book has uh, the main character that goes and find the true love, let's say. So this time is about Francesca. Now, in the books, there's this character, which is the partner of Francesca, which is called Michael. In the series, we already knew it because the character Michela, I'm going to call it Michela. I don't know it's if it's pronounced Michelle, honestly. I'm going to call it Michela. Also because it's Francesca, Michela, they are all Italian names. So the character Michela was already announced in the previous season. So many people are talking about the fact that a fictional work, which is the book, is not being truthfully, it's not being portrayed into the series in a loyal way to the book. Like the story has been, changed a lot. And with a lot, I mean that they changed just the sex of the partner, which is the main problem here. So people are just really upset on the fact that a work of fiction is being made in another work of fiction, and they are not the same work of fiction, which is honestly what happens with every single things that goes from book to movie, TV shows, whatever. But then I got myself caught up in thinking, and one of talking about also period drama, which we're going to address in a second. Um, One of my favorite books, huh? What? Is Pride and Prejudice. And I found myself thinking about one, what if let's say Mr. Darcy uh, was being portrayed by person of color, Asian, whatever. Will I be watching the movie or the series? Where yes, yes, honestly, because since I am into that book and that product so much that I would be, and honestly, I don't know, and I didn't research, but I will. If there are different, I know that there is a version like with zombies of Pride and Prejudice, but I don't like zombies, so I didn't watch it. I know about the Lizzie Bennet Diary, which is a web series made on YouTube, which I love. And I believe I rewatched it 100 times. But I don't know if there's a Pride and Prejudice with one, a Mr. Darcy, which is a person of color, which is, I don't know, Asian, whatever. But two, what if there was a Pride and Prejudice with a couple from the LGBTQ plus community? So in this case, since Lizzie Bennet is the main character, instead of Mr. Darcy, Mrs. Darcy. Will I be what? Yes. Yes. 100%. Because first things first, I'm a really curious person. The second things second, I am 100% on the LGBTQ plus community. I have no problems with portraying different couples than heterosexual, honestly, on TV. And I don't watch as much as I want. Um, like the one that came out lately, Heated Rivalry, I believe. I didn't watch that, but most not because of the gay couple, but because they talk about sport, and I don't like sports movie. Now, the only movie I believe that I watched is about Becoming Beckham, the one with Keira Knightley, I believe, but because I was really young. So, but I don't have any problem, honestly, to talk, sorry, to watch movies and watch. I grew up with the DOC where Marissa Cooper had a relationship with the I don't remember her name in the series, and I was rooting for that relationship because at the beginning was really really cute, but then it became a little bit abusive. But I was rooting for that, so I don't understand this. Well, I do understand it, and I will address it. I honestly, personally, will watch this, and I hope that this situation gives um, open opens up a new door for movies and TV shows about including LGBTQ plus couples into period dramas, because you know how much there's been that Twilight wave or 50 Shades of Grey wave, where basically all the movies that came out after Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey were all about either vampire, either bondage, BDSM, let's say. So I really hope that this season will just open those doors. Also, something that I really want to address before diving into this is the fact that uh, deciding to decide to portray a lesbian couple instead of an heterosexual couple, such it was written in the books. I didn't read the books. I don't care. Even if I read the books, I didn't care, because the characters and the actors and the actresses that are on screen in Bridgerton are so much. I heard something. They are so much loved. And I don't believe I'm talking just for me, because they give the people, like they give a shape to the character that it's really unique. And the fact that we are going to see how and I'm going to show you this. Wait, while I talk about this. Here. The fact that this I really loved the comment, honestly. This scene really did it for me. I was like, yeah, that's a lesbian. So this scene is in the fourth season, and I didn't watch the fourth season, but the fact that we are going to see the unfolding of this story about Francesca, which is here, it's kissing a man, and spoiler, she will marry this man. And I know this because I read some stuff online, but I didn't saw the the season. The fact that we are going to see this story unfolding about this woman, which we can call it her, like a closeted woman, like in her sexuality, I believe. And to see this story unfold, I believe this can be really, really uh, important for the LGBTQ plus community, lesbian women, um, l- like people who are lesbian, let's say. And I hope that, because you don't know, even if we are in 2026, you don't know how many people can still feel trapped in a reality that it's not their reality. So maybe this series can give hope, can give comfort to many, many people. And the fact that there are so many comments, there are 4,000 comments uh, under this post here that are just insane. There's 4,000 comments on this post here, the announcement, and 90, 90% of the comments are just full of homophobia and racism, homophobia and racism. And honestly, at this point, I'm going to say two things. First things first is every phrase that you say, like there are a bunch of comments there. I'm like, girl, get out. Uh, that says something along the line like, I'm not racist, but I'm not homophobic, but every phrase that you say and which is followed by a but, first things first, it doesn't have any meanings, in my opinion. And second thing second, it just invalidates everything that comes before the but. So for all the phrases like I'm homophobic, but I'm racist, but I'm so not. Oh my god, I'm not homophobic, but I'm not racist, but I'm not misogynist, but I'm not like I don't like I. It's not that I don't like children, but it's not that I don't like animals, but it has no meanings at all, in my opinion. And in my opinion, also, I believe that these comments that are so pro book and pro Michael, which is supposed to be this the Francesca's partner in the book, are just something that they use as a it's a phrase like, no, we want Michael, or it's not that I don't like to see two women, but I won't watch this season, whatever. First things first, it's not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. So just get out. But second thing second, it's for me, it's just something that they throw around to just cover, not in a really good way, honestly, the fact that they are just homophobic and racist, honestly. And the fact also, the audacity to put this online where people can screenshot and things that you say online. It's not that I believe you can express, obviously, an opinion, but there are ways. And again, if you like a work of fiction so much and you are really into the characters, both in the book, both in the movies, both in the TV shows, like I am really into each character of portrayed on Bridget. And this is why I didn't read the books. I'm into each character displayed on Bridgerton, because each actor gives really a soul to the character. So I really cannot personally wait to see this new season. As I said, I will wait that all the season are done, because then I will just binge watch, because I don't like to wait. And I will build up expectation, whatever. So I don't like to wait. So I will wait, but to have everything all together. But honestly, I'm really, really excited to see, first things first, LGBTQ plus couples, the community into a period drama. And second thing second, I cannot wait how these two actresses and also the other actors that are on Bridgerton, to see how they will unfold this whole story, because I believe it can be really, really a milestone into TV series. And also, I believe in 2026 we have a little bit more, we have the ability to build something that it's out of the mainstream, and we can finally, such as heated rivalry, we can finally give openly uh, stories that supports LGBTQ plus community. So I really cannot wait for that. And I really honestly hope that we will be able to, like in my case, I am into Pride and Prejudice, but also I'm thinking about another book that I really loved. It's Jane Eyre. And I'm thinking, what if we finally start to open a path that it's been not walked by, such as different couples from heterosexual couples into period dramas. And I believe that honestly can be something so impactful, so important for many, many people that we still don't know. And one last thing that I will say before showing you the response, because this is why I wanted to wait to see the response from the cast, to see the response from, I don't know, Shonda herself or whatever. Um, in the comments, there's a good chunk of people who says, I'm going to skip this season, whatever. I want Michael, whatever. And there's another big chunk that it's like the opposite, which is like, we cannot wait to see this. And also, you don't know the fact that this is pure representation of a lesbian couple. So it goes into the LGBTQ plus community. You don't know how many people are going to come and watch this season, that they will double up the number of people that are not going to watch. So the fact that they finally, because they touched on LGBTQ plus community a little bit in the second season, sorry. I remember when it was about Benedict, they talked a little bit about open relationships, maybe polyamorous relationship. I don't remember properly, but they finally are going to address this in this way, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how they will do it. But also, either if, in my opinion, either if this is a marketing move to go and poke, let's say, the LGBTQ plus community, either if this is a style, like a choice, a story choice, whatever. I believe that going to include the LGBTQ plus community in a period drama this big, this important, this followed, you are going to bring all, like a big chunk of LGBTQ plus community people into this, and they are going to gather so much support. Because let me tell you something, that if you go, if you touch LGBTQ plus people, they are, which is something beautiful, they are outspoken, they are um, prideful, they need to be, they must be, they are, when they support someone, something, music, movies, they are there, they will be there for you, for your art, for whatever. So the fact that they are going to show this, um, it's something that can have a lot of resonance, not only for people who are maybe don't feel confident enough in their sexuality, and they need to feel, representation on screen. um, because still in 2026, I believe that lesbian couples are still a little bit, I can see a lot of gay couples into TV shows and everything, but, and also bisexual people, by the way, but we see few lesbian couples. And let's not talk about trans people, which I really hope we can finally start to talk about them. We must to talk, because they are always existed, they exist, and they have to exist. And And I really hope that this can lead to a path of including this more and more. Because if I look back, honestly, in the 2000, like I'm from 1994. In 2000, the only gay people that, like, I'm talking about gay men, but the only LGBTQ plus that I saw back when I was really, really young, I remember, like, supporting actors, like in The Devils Wears Prada. They didn't have a major love story. They were never main characters. Um, and such as in a DOC, like I grew up watching DOC, and there was Marisa with this, which is Olivia. I don't remember her name, but she had a relationship with, and I was rooting so much for that relationship, which at the beginning was really, really cute, and then it became something really toxic. But the only ways that we had to see LGBTQ plus community portrayed was like in side characters and maybe side stories that were they were never going to end on being like the main couples, let's say. So finally we are here, we have this opportunity, and I'm really glad that Bridgerton decided to include it, because again, the niche of like the period drama, and from what I can remember, they never had a big uh, representation of LGBTQ plus couples. So about this, I was about to waiting. I'm done rambling. I promise. Uh, no, it's not true. So I didn't want to show the names of people. So I'm going to read these comments here. The biggest one that I really liked is that this person says the misogynoir and anti-black homophobia coming from white women in the fandom, like it's crazy. And it's really, really true. And this is why also I wanted to do this video, because as a white woman, I feel the need to side honestly and to let people know that we are not like we are not all like this. I swear, we try we try to outspoken the bad people, but I really wanted to show support and to say that if there's a hundred, like one comment says, if there's 100 people who won't watch it, we need to watch it at 2000 times the show, so we can um like we can cover for the missing views for from the other people, and I can do that. I can watch 200 times a show, no problem with that. So this comment here also says, before anybody whines, first, Eloise is worth waiting for, which I agree 100% on. Second, if you want Michael that bad, go read the books, which I agree 100%. Because, like, for me, it's crazy that still we are talking about, we know. How many times we said, oh, I prefer the book, or oh, I prefer the movie, the TV show, whatever. We know that everything that comes from books and ends up on TV, on movies, whatever, we know that there's going to be changes, because there's a director. They obviously talk with the, if they can, if they're not dead, because it's from the 800. But from newest novels, let's say, usually when you buy the rights to do a movie, a TV shows, whatever, directors usually talk with the author, with the writer of the said novel. So the fact that they don't even understand that maybe also the writer, it's okay with this, but even if it's this is not the case and the writer is not okay, like we need to understand that uh each thing can like I love to see. Also, it's freaking Shonda. Like she made so many things successful, so many books and stories successful. So I don't really understand why people cannot take two things apart. And honestly, if you are so much into the book, just stick with the books. Just stick with that because you should know better. Like, you should know that everything that lands on TV, even if it's just in the names, in the something, or maybe everything will change, and that's okay. That's okay too. Just stick with the books if you like the books. And three, they are addressing in this comment basically something that happened. I don't want to spoiler because I already did. Something that happens to Francesca in the new season, and they are going to also portray this thing that happens to Francesca um, in a way that can be like a new way of understanding this thing that happens to Francesca, because people were speculating also on this. Oh, it's too soon, whatever. You don't know. You don't know. Also, in movies, how many times we saw like 2 years later and there's just a text on screen? Come on. Well, you should know better. But whatever. So I want to also this. Maybe this is better. Uh, I'm living for this, honestly. But I'm going to show you it's a piece of interview from the two actresses, which are stunning both. And they are addressing all these comments. And I want to end this video on their takes because this is why I waited so long. Because I said the Bridgerton cast is so outspoken. They are so um, in the moment and they are not afraid to say anything. And this is why I like them so much. Nicola Coughlan, honestly, she's a queen, honestly. So I really was waiting for them to say something about all of this backlash, which is for me it's crazy. Like, just shut up. But yeah, we are going to end with them. I'm going to show you them. They're more interesting than me. Oh, okay. So, oh, maybe if I do, oh, damn it. They're so beautiful. I can do this. I can do this live. Okay. So, okay.
In the show. Yeah, I also think that they've traditionally been excluded from things like period dramas, and queer people did exist, have always existed, and will always exist. So they deserve a love story just like everybody else. In the
And I want to end with this note because I think in two phrases there's so much power. There's so much to. I'm going to block the videos if I can. I don't know how to. I don't know. Oh well. And they said something really, really, really powerful, like queer people always existed, they will always exist, and they deserve a love story too. And I really hope that this season will be just honestly a smack in the face to all these people that are suddenly directors and Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan or something. Honestly, first things first, like style wise, I really hope that Bridgerton never disappoints on that. But also, I really cannot wait to see how they will unfold this story, and I really cannot wait to see the support of the LGBTQ plus community on this season, because I will tell you, if this, because things can change from night to day, and I really hope this won't, but if this season will see the light, you will be sure you can bet on the fact that the LGBTQ plus community will be there and will support. Um, the season and the series, so and the actresses. Um, so yeah, I really wanted to end on their words and their support to this decision, which is also important to have actresses. We saw many, many times, like, don't let me start talking about the racist comments on the new Harry Potter, the situation regarding Python, which for me, honestly, from what I saw, is so cool. Like, but also, I really, there's so much wind. My house will go like the up house, like with balloons, but without balloons. Okay. So don't get me start talking about the situation with the Harry Potter fandom, which is honestly insane. And just to say it, I won't support this new thing, uh, mainly because of the writer who must not be named, because she's, in my opinion, she's despicable, honestly, in every possible way. So I won't support, not even with the one view. I just saw the news coming up on my feed, and the comments they were popping up. I was like, I'm so done with this. Like, no, no. And so, yeah, I really wanted to talk about this topic. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I needed to film everything because I forgot to press play again on the recording. So I hope that you liked this video. If you like this video, subscribe, like, share. Let me know what you think about all this crazy situation, honestly. And let me know if you will watch also let me know which series, like which, not series, which season is your favorite. And also if you know if there's a LGBTQ plus version of Pride and Prejudice, or Jane Eyre, because I'm really scared right now because already a bug came into the computer. So I'm just going to end this video here. Otherwise, I don't know, a dinosaur will appear or something. So thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see each other really, 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 really soon.